Today we're going to talk about the massive growth that this YouTube channel experienced throughout the month of October and exactly how much money I made. Now the reason I'm disclosing how much money I made is twofold. Number one is because I feel that you guys deserve to know, because a lot of people comment on your video and say, oh, you're only making these videos to make the money, you don't actually care about investing, you don't actually care about the topic, blah blah blah, you have to pump a certain amount of content out, so on and so forth. So I figure, you know what? I'll just disclose how much money I make exactly, and you guys can determine for yourself whether or not I'm a sellout or whatever. The second reason that I want to disclose how much money I've made is because I wanted to talk about the channel and the future of it, but nobody clicks on those videos, like literally ever. I've seen YouTubers that have like 5 million subscribers and they upload a channel update video and it gets like 10,000 views. You know, it's seriously, nobody clicks on channel updates. So I figure this is a good way to get people in, and yeah, hopefully you stick around to hear a little bit more about the channel, what my future plans are for it, and how we're going to build this community. I hope, at least. Without any further ado, here is the exact amount of money that I made in the month of October. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I cannot tell you how amazed I was when I saw how much money I made this very first day. This is the day that I enabled ads on my videos. Before this particular day, October 3rd, there were no advertisements on my videos at all. And so obviously there's $0 for these 2 days. So if you were to factor in the average, even if you were to go to the lowest sum here, which was around $40, I'd be pretty close to about $3,000 for the month of October. Now, I want you to be mindful of the fact that I only started this YouTube channel on August 28th. In addition to that, I also want you to be mindful of the fact that at this point in time, I only have 18,000 subscribers, right? And this is basically the growth of the channel in terms of subscribers throughout the month of October. So you can see on October 2nd, I only had 3.3 thousand subscribers, and then all of a sudden, over this month, I actually built all the way up to, at the end of the month, at 16,000. Which for me was well beyond my expectations. The channel has done remarkably well. I cannot tell you how happy I am with its performance. I cannot tell you how blown away I am at the amount of money. I mean, this is just insane. You know, what's funny about this too is that half of it came from one video. And all of the research I've seen on YouTube and how to, you know, get best prepared for the algorithm and, you know, maximize your potential for growth, it always seems to be built around one video. Just one video that blows up on your channel, and then the rest of the channel just continues to be successful. Even if you don't pump out content that's as good as that particular video. Or even if that particular video isn't even that good itself. And it's kind of funny that that actually happens like that, but I guess that is what it is, right? Now, this video was actually, in my opinion, one of my best videos. I spent well over 20 hours making that video. I made a very long article that went with it, 4,500 words. And 4,500 words is like 2 to 3% of a novel. I mean, it's a lot. So this, I can't tell you how happy I am that this was the video that blew up and that was very successful. And you guys can see here that it's all the way up to 270,000 views. I mean, truly, that is, I can't even fathom the amount of people that have watched that video. And I imagine a lot of you that are watching this video right now found this channel through this video. You may not remember that this was the first video that you watched, but it probably was for a lot of you. Because compared to all of my other videos on this channel so far, it's not even close. I mean, it literally blows away every single other video on this channel. Although, funny enough, the video that I uploaded yesterday, or actually 2 days ago now, is doing really well. I mean, I can't believe just how much you guys are watching this video. You know, I wish I had prepared a little bit more for it. This was sort of just, you know, me letting go my thoughts, whereas this was a very prepared video. Took roughly 25 hours. I had a script. I had an article that came out with it. There was a plan for how I produced it and when I released it and everything like that. This was just sort of me talking on the mic and, you know, sort of free-form rambling. That's why it was 17 minutes, even though I probably could have condensed it down to like 10 minutes if I used a script. But for whatever reason, you guys seem to like the video a lot. I can't tell you how happy I am that you guys do. I'm going to hopefully continue to produce high quality videos where I sort of spend a lot of time on them. This was the other big video that I spent a lot of time on. Unfortunately, it didn't do as well as this one or this one. I really wish that this particular video had done a lot better, because I think it's probably my second best video on this channel after this one in terms of the quality of the content. But anyway, without going too long talking about all of this, basically this one YouTube video blew up the channel. And what's funny about this video is that by itself, it actually didn't perform that well for the first 2 weeks or so. So if we look here, this is the views for that particular video. You can see that when I released the video, keep in mind that at the time when I released this video, I only had, wait for it, 200 subscribers. Yes, a month and a half ago, I only had 200 subscribers. So this was a lot of views to me, and I considered it a success to get this video up to 5,000 views. At the time for me, every video that I was uploading, maybe I can actually show this. If you look at some of these older videos that I have, you'll see that for me, 1,000 views was a lot. And so the fact that I got 1,000 views in the first 24 hours was remarkable. And this video was actually all the way up to 5,000 views, and then it sort of died off here, and it was still getting views occasionally throughout the day. But then all of a sudden this happened. And this is what really made October successful. This is also what made me enable monetization on my videos, because I saw just how many views I was getting, and I actually missed out, unfortunately, on these 2 days. But I probably would have made quite a bit of money on just those 2 days alone from this video. So I probably would have made more than $3,000 throughout the month of October had I enabled the advertisements on the video a little bit sooner. But, at the time, you got to keep in mind, I was such a small YouTube channel, I didn't really think that, I thought people would get turned off by advertisements, and they would think I was a sellout, and they would stop watching my videos, or they would lose their attention. But ever since I enabled the advertisements on the video, there hasn't been a single person that's really talked about, my advertisements. They've not really blamed me at all. There's nobody saying how much of a sellout I am. I'm sure people will say it after this video, but for the most part, it's been fairly kind, and I appreciate that very much. In terms of the subscribers, I began this month at only 3.3 thousand subscribers, which, holy mackerel, guys. I mean, seriously, that is absolutely remarkable that you all subscribed to this channel and made it grow at the rate that it did. From the beginning of October at roughly, 2,500 to 3,000 subscribers to the end of October, where we actually had 16,000 subscribers, and continue to grow, especially because the latest video is doing fairly well. So in terms of what am I going to do with the money? Because I'm sure a lot of you are curious, this is a lot of money to have in terms of just from YouTube money, right? This is not from an actual job. This is just from making videos on the side, although I have taken this very seriously. But again, I just wanted to build an audience. I didn't want to build a huge revenue stream. I did not anticipate this amount of money. So what am I going to be doing with the money moving forward? Well, first of all, you guys know about the logo, and I decided to go with the most expensive package. I also threw in some incentives as well for the designers, so it cost a little bit more than this even. So that's already half of the money from the month of October. And then I also want to get, in addition to a logo, which, by the way, I'm still in the process of providing a bunch of feedback to all of these different designers. We're currently in the finalist round, which means that there are 6 designers that are currently working with me, and I have to continually provide them feedback until the end of the round, which will be November 5th for those of you who watch this video in the future. So again, right now we're still in the process of getting that logo finalized. It's been a huge time sink, but I think it's going to be worth it. I think you guys are going to be really amazed with whichever design I end up picking, and I think you're also going to be amazed by all of the designs that I don't pick, because truly this is a phenomenal, some amazing designs that I've seen here. They're so good that I'm thinking about putting some of them on t-shirts if I don't use them for my actual logo, because they're that good. So anyway, $1,300 of it plus another $300 for incentives, so maybe $1,600. That's already gone. So that's half of the money from October. And then I'm also going to have to spend a fair amount of money to get a customized banner here. So we're going to be doing the logo, that'll be done soon. But I also want to get a customized banner for all of my social media pages. So Twitter, Steemit, and I don't think Medium has one. So just those two platforms in particular. And in order to get a really custom and well done design, this is something you don't want to leave up for a contest. You know, the logo, it makes sense to do a contest and have a bunch of designers compete with one another because you don't always know exactly what it is that you want from the logo, so it's always good to see a bunch of concepts. But when it comes to banner art, you just usually are going to have a general idea of what you want, and it's better to have that one-on-one interaction and really motivate the designer to produce quality work. And so the main guy that I'm currently thinking about hiring in order to do this is this guy. He has some remarkable work. He did one recently. I think that this is pretty funny here. You know, he does some incredibly good work in terms of the colors, in terms of the actual illustrations, in terms of just about everything you can imagine. This guy's work is phenomenal. So I'm considering hiring this guy in order to create the banner for the YouTube channel. Probably going to cost another, I mean, it depends on how detailed I really want him to get, but I would say a minimum of $1,000 or so in order to really get the quality of work that I'm looking for with this banner. So expect some really cool art coming forward to the channel, but that's not all I have planned. For those of you who are thinking that, you know, I'm just pocketing all of the money and I'm not reinvesting it back into the YouTube channel, make no mistake, that is not the case. So don't worry, there are some huge plans for the future. In the short term, I want to grow this subscriber number to about 100,000. Well, I don't know, maybe like March of 2018, the beginning of March. And of course, I'm not at the pace right now to meet that goal, but I have a feeling that if I up the production a notch, in other words, if I started uploading a video every day or once every 2 days, I have a feeling that it would not be difficult to get this number up to 100,000 or so. So that's going to be the short-term goal. I know it sounds insane, 100,000 subscribers when you're only at 18,000, but this particular field of cryptocurrencies, it's booming. And there's a ton of interest in it. I'm hoping to continue to build the community. I'm going to try to do some work on building some of the other social media platforms. You know, a lot of this is a learning experience for me. You know, you have to keep in mind, I'm an analytical mind. I'm somebody that's quiet, keeps to themselves. You know, I just like to, you know, I'm a bookie, I'm a numbers guy. But, you know, obviously growing a YouTube channel and growing all of the articles that I write and the content that I produce requires a lot of knowledge about marketing and having an eye for what draws people in. You know, I had to learn how to use Photoshop. And while these thumbnails are not exactly top-notch quality, you know, they're at least kind of clickable. And at some point in the future, this is another plan that I have for the money, I might start hiring custom artists similar to what Cointelegraph does to do the thumbnails for the videos. Because I personally believe that there is 3 elements that matter most for attracting views. Number 1 is the title. Number 2 is the thumbnail. And number 3 is the number of views on the video. Then you can't control the views component, but you can control the title and you can control the thumbnail. And one of the things I've noticed about other people in this space right now is that a lot of people aren't putting time into the title. You know, they write very generic titles that don't make you want to click. You have no idea. I mean, sometimes I have to spend like 30 minutes just trying to think of a good title because a bad title is the difference between a good and a bad video. You know, and obviously the quality of the production matters too. You know, this Screw You Bitcoin video. I think that the thumbnail and the title for this video is excellent. So you might be wondering, why does this video have less views than all of my other videos? And the answer is simple. It's not as interesting as my other videos. And there's going to be videos like that I produce, but I'm hoping that I'm going to start producing a little bit more of the thought-provoking videos. You know, the video that I uploaded 2 days ago, this is where I talked about, you know, Bitcoin and transaction volume. In this video, we compared Bitcoin to stocks, real estate, and bonds. In this video, we talked about US governments and basic economics and whether or not Bitcoin could replace the US dollar. in what's the next good video? Buy and hold. In this video, we talked about why it may not always be best to simply buy and hold cryptocurrencies for a variety of reasons, despite the fact that it's the best strategy with stocks. When I look at this video, of course, the one that blew up massively, this video took a long time to make, and it was compact with information. So I can't keep producing videos like that on a daily basis. It's just not possible. I mean, this video literally is not possible to produce in a day. It took over 24 hours. However, I would like to start increasing the production of these videos, maybe once every 2 weeks or something like that, and make them the videos that hopefully draw attention to the channel, and then we'll also keep doing the market updates and a variety of other types of videos. For example, one of the big videos I have planned for the future is a beginner's guide to all cryptocurrency investing. From the very start, what exchanges should you use, what wallets should you use, what is the basic information that you should understand about Bitcoin, maybe some of the basic information of some of the other top cryptocurrencies. How would you actually perform due diligence on a cryptocurrency so that you know whether or not it's a strong or weak investment, aside from the fact that you're just FOMO investing like most people here, so that you actually have a thought process that you start including. Again, lots of plans for the future of the channel. I hope you stick around. I know that this video kind of went on a while, but I think a lot of people, I think some people will be very interested in it, and then other people will have absolutely zero interest in any part aside from where I show the amount of money I make, and that's perfectly fine. But I figure, you know what? If I'm going to make a channel update, again, going back to the importance of titles for your videos, I'm not going to call the video channel update. I mean, I cannot tell you how unclickable a video is that says channel update. It is so unclickable, it's not even funny. And so I wanted to show you all the amount of money I made, maybe get a little bit of clickbait in there, although it's not really clickbait if I actually showed you. But make it interesting, right? And that's the point of what I'm trying to say for the future. I'm going to keep the channel interesting, hopefully continue to grow it, and we can build a larger and larger community, because I have to tell you all, your feedback, your thoughts, your comments, not all of you, of course there's the trolls in there, but many of you leaves very thought-provoking comments, and it enables me to improve the quality of my own analysis for my future videos. Once I get this stable amount of views every video, I'm not going to pump out a bunch of garbage just because you guys will watch it. I'm going to do my best to continue to produce these high-quality videos that I put a ton of research into, that I have a ton of sources for, and that I actually consult a little bit with some of my colleagues that are more experts in certain fields than I am, so that I'm not just drawing from my own experiences, but also from the experiences of others. Anyway, this video went way longer than I expected it to. That's how much money I made in October, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are looking forward for the future of this channel. Expect more uploads, I don't know, maybe not this week, but soon, I promise. We're going to start increasing the frequency of the uploads so that you guys have a reason to check back here every day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As usual, leave a like, comment, and subscription, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.